Hi, welcome to Around the Root. Clearly, I'm alone today. I have Andrew on the back, but he's having some technical difficulties. So if he gets that figured out, we'll pop him up here. But I am Dawn Ludicky with the Bitterroot Chamber of Commerce. And usually I'm here with Dominic, but he couldn't make it. And I am trying to be in the mood and celebrate a little bit. I was hoping Dominic was going to show up as a bunny rabbit. So now I'm going to have to challenge him for the next one to show up as something, and I'll try to match his energy. But welcome we've got a great lineup today. But first I would like to thank the Right Steps. They sponsored this month. Next month will be sponsored by the Ag Committee, the Bitterroot Valley Chamber of Commerce Ag Committee. So we will see them hopefully coming on in the next show or two. And stuff that the chamber has going on. We have, and that's going to be one of our very first guests today. But on Thursday, we have a ribbon cutting with Mountain Ink and Toner, and it's going to be hosted by Grizzly Broadband and at their store on 2nd Street, so 222 North 2nd Street. And then we have on the 8th North Valley Connections at Peaceful Retreat. I can't remember the whole name. I'll put that in the comments after the show. And then we have our business after hours on the 9th at First Security Bank in Hamilton. And then on the 16th, we have another ribbon cutting coming up with Corwin Galleries. They just recently switched ownership. So we're going to be celebrating that with them. Until then, I am going to get going here, and I'm going to bring up Scott with Mountain Ink and Toner. Welcome, Scott.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining us. Okay, so tell me about you guys. So there is a special reason that you guys are having your ribbon cutting with Grizzly Broadband. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, so we've been a partner with Grizzly Broadband for many years now. Great partnership there. They're really like our satellite office for Hamilton area for us and up and down the Bitterroot. So within that partnership, that allows us from Missoula, we go up there weekly to drop off a variety of cartridges and things like that for the surrounding community that you can pick up your, certainly your cartridges from there direct. Or if you just don't want to come all the way to Missoula, you've got that ability with our cartridges on stock there to also be able to purchase at that time. So it's been a great partnership over the years, and I took over the business about a year ago. And so it's been great kind of starting to know the ownership there with Grizzly Broadband and looking to kind of broaden our horizons in these upcoming years of what else we can do together. And so that's where we wanted to really kind of start as a focal point, is to put some emphasis on the community in Bitterroot. Certainly we have a dedicated day every Tuesday that we go throughout the Bitterroot all the way down to Darby and back with our extending clients that we have. And so that is a full day of deliveries every day. And then we also pick up old cartridges, recycle those, reorder, and bring it back. So we're really a kind of end-to-end solution for cartridge management is what we're focused in on. I can expand some more, Don, but I'll pause there just as a starting point.
Okay, awesome. So we want you guys to come and join us. It's open to the public. So come and join Grizzly Broadband and the Chamber in celebrating Mountain Ink and Toner because you are a new owner just recently, like a year ago.
Yeah, last year is when we purchased the business, so we were definitely drinking through the fire hose the first year here of just kind of knowing it. We still have the same great team and staff that we've had that everyone has known to note, and our GM has been there for 4 years in her last stint, and she's been around the cartridge business for over 10 years total. So she knows more about ink and toner cartridges than anyone I've ever known, and almost has them memorized, and our clients memorized of what cartridges they use. So anytime you just don't even know what your cartridge might be, feel free to give us a call and we can quickly look that up and figure out what kind of cartridges you need or what options you have.
Okay, awesome. And again, come and join us Thursday, April 2nd at 12 p.m. as we welcome you to the Valley and to the business with a ribbon cutting.
Yeah, thank you. We're looking forward to it again. The Bitterroot has been a strong focal point for our business. and we look forward to continuing to be heavily involved. Starts with being a Bitterroot member, chamber member, and then also throughout the community. And again, we're touch point for many of the businesses down the Bitterroot. So we appreciate that business and focal point and look to expand as well as we continue our ventures here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us to talk about it today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dawn.
Awesome. And so now we are going to pull you down and bring Andrew up, hopefully. Andrew.
Hey, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Woohoo!
It's a miracle. It's an IT miracle. Hey.
We
shout out
did
to
it.
Isaac and IT. Yeah, it's the moon landing,
Well, luckily you're at Grizzly Broadband where you have great IT right there to work on your computer issues.
Yeah, I have to pull them away from a couple of important meetings about what's going on with the newest episode of whatever's on. Newest episode of Daredevil, I'm sure.
Awesome.
But thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to get Scott on and get everything out of him that we need. So that's great.
Yes. Well, and we're very excited to be able to celebrate with both you and him Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to go over there and scrape the paint off the windows. So, we're going to have some fresh new stuff.
Nice. Awesome. So we are going to bring up Bree O'Leary with Angle and Volkers because she, and is one of the reasons I decided to wear this. So I was like, please, Bree, I begged her, come and be on the show. Bree, you might have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Good morning.
Good morning. So you guys have something fun coming up.
We do. We are really excited at the Stevensville shop for Angle and Volkers. We are hosting our 3rd annual Easter egg hunt for kiddos and guardians around the valley. So it's going to be at the Veterans Park right outside of our office at 102 Main Street in Stevensville. But it is open to anybody in any local communities. So you can come from Florence, Hamilton, Darby, Missoula. We've had people come from all over the last 2 years. We've grown a lot. That being said, we actually have 3 heats this year just to accommodate all the kiddos that have been showing up in the past. So we will have a 10 a.m., a 10:30, and an 11 o'clock heat for each different age group, and those can be found on Facebook.
Awesome.
What's the oldest age group you're going to have?
So I think our last age group, which starts at 11, is just 9+. So all of those bigger kiddos will be well matched for their competition. And we're keeping the 0 to 3 at the 10 o'clock so that they can kind of take their time and have their fun and not get clobbered while looking for goodies.
Yeah.
So no 65 to 95 segment.
Well, I mean, if you go with the 3 and under, you're welcome to assist.
I did hear about an adult Easter egg hunt happening. I think at the Elks or something, but I didn't get them on the show.
Are they hunting for bratwurst? Like, what are they doing?
I'm not sure, but I'm really curious about it, to be honest. So this is your 3rd year doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, this is our 3rd year, and we're kind of hosting it as an entire shop. So there's 5 agents in the Stevensville shop that are all coming together and making this happen. But we do have to give a shout out to, we have 3 really big sponsors this year: Stockman Bank, Junk Hunks, and Marsh McLennan for insurance. They have really, really come together and sponsored large amounts to make this possible. We have a dozen of small donors as well who are all going to get a shout out on our Facebook page, who are making things like refreshments, our drawing baskets for the guardians possible, and just like some of those fun things so that, it's fun for the kiddos, but it's a lot bringing kiddos out to do an Easter egg hunt. So we want to give something out there for the guardians as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Is the Easter Bunny going to be there?
Yeah.
In spirit. Okay. In spirit. Unless Dawn shows up with her ears on, in which case, yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So again, that's April 4th at 10 a.m. It's right next to the Angle and Volkers in Stevie at 102 Main Street.
It's at the Veterans Park. So all the refreshments and the baskets and all that great stuff are going to be at our shop right on the corner. And then the hunt itself will be right next door at the Veterans Park.
Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bree. for joining
Thanks,
us.
you guys.
Awesome. So now we are kind of shifting it up a little bit, not necessarily Easter, but something super important. We're going to bring up Judy with Fire in the Root. Judy. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to try to shift you guys up there. Okay.
Ah.
Either way, we're either I was wondering which way we could orient you. You guys are going to have to squish together a little bit.
We're fine.
Okay. Okay. So we have you guys here you guys are doing a workshop. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Sure. This is our third annual Reduce Smoke Debris Burning Workshop. I think most people who've lived here anytime at all know that Ravalli County is the most at risk for wildfire of any county in the state, and the fifth most at risk in the Western U.S.
In the
nation, right. So it's very important, and a lot of landowners know they should be doing some debris reduction, but they may not really know how or how to do it safely. So that's what this workshop is for. It's free for anyone. You just need to register, and I think you have the QR code, or you can go to our fireintheroot.org website and register. We'll have a classroom style presentation in the morning with Dr. Peter Kolb, who's a forester of note. And then we'll have bag lunches, and then we'll go out to a home location and see demonstrations of how to safely build your burn piles and safely burn. And so it's a terrific opportunity for people who want to either brush up or they haven't done this before and they need to learn how to do this, how to use a chainsaw. We'll have a demonstration of that and any number of other things that give you confidence to take care of that yourself and know what's most important to do. And that is on April 18th, starting at the Hamilton Fire Hall and then going up to that private residence.
What's one thing, like a rookie mistake, that if you could put it out there just to save a lot of heartache, what advice would that be?
Well, there are a number of people who don't realize how dangerous it is to have those beautiful foundation plantings that they have around their house. That is like adding a wick to your house. So clearing that out and surrounding your house with rock gardens or something else that's non-flammable, that is very important. And but also setting up the fire burn piles so that they aren't sitting there smoking forever. There are specific ways to build those, and Dr. Kolb will talk about that. And it's amazing. I mean, you can get them so they barely smoke at all. I think we've all seen lots of burn piles that are creating tons of smoke, and we've smelled it. But if you build those correctly, they will burn with a lot less smoke, and we aim to help people with that.
Yeah, we don't want so much smoke in the inversion. Yeah.
Exactly. The less, the better.
And although a classroom setting, and then we go out to a private residence to do the demonstration, we will also be allowing the opportunity for people to sign up for a free wildfire risk home assessment. Or you make an appointment, we come out to your home, we walk around the outside, and we show you things that are vulnerabilities you might not be aware of. And everybody who has done it has been shocked at what they learned.
Yeah. I took a class from you guys at one point on the zones for your house. And I was just amazed. I didn't know any of that existed until I took it. So I'm glad we were able to get you guys on, because I think that's very important, especially in the Valley, for people to know, how to properly set up your house to reduce your risk of fire and the burn pile, especially. That's great. That's awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of newcomers in the Valley, and I'm sure we would all like to spare them some of the heartache, although it leads to some great family stories of when the fire pile gets away from you. So, and
a lot of the newcomers from places like California and Washington, where they've had devastating community wildfires that destroyed homes and lives, move here, and they are the most interested in learning how to do everything right. It's the old we have more trouble convincing they're in trouble and they need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And if you didn't see that QR code before, you can rewind the show. After we're done live, you can kind of move it, rewind it, scan that QR code, or Jody just put it up there by Andrew's head. Again, here, get on there and find out more information and join them.
Lunch. We need the RSVP not only for classroom attendance, but for the free lunch.
Okay. Yeah. RSVP so that you can get that free lunch and know where to go and
learn how to use a chainsaw on fire separately.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we are going to pull up John and Nancy from St. Francis Assisi. Did I say that right?
Assisi.
Assisi. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you. Well, thank you, Dawn and Andrew, for having us on. It's a great honor. We love all the work the Chamber does, as you well know. Very try to participate every time we can. So thank you for having us on for Holy Week, right? This is Holy Week, the holiest time of the year. And I love all this talk about fire because when on Holy Saturday, there'll be a big fire outside of St. Francis of Assisi Church. It's part of the tradition that I'm going to let John explain. But we thank you for welcoming the church to this talk. Like our priest always says, our pastor, Father Ravalli County. So John, give us a preface to what's happening Saturday night.
Yeah, well, thank you for having us on. This is an exciting year for us. I mean, we'll be welcoming about 17 people into the church this year. And we would y'all got our schedule at the bottom. It's our joy to invite anyone in this county. You don't have to be Catholic to come participate in the Holy Week liturgies. For most people, their extent of that is Easter Sunday, which is the high point. But jumping in on just Easter Sunday would kind of be like going to the final chapter of a book. We love happy endings, but they don't really make sense without the struggle that would get us there. So Holy Week is a beautiful opportunity for us to slow down and participate in the life of Christ, really moment by moment in his final days, to enter the upper room with him, to catch the dialogue, "Surely not I, Lord," between Peter and Judas, and this just act of betrayal and his agony in the garden, and really journey through the eyes of Mary and the apostles, and really just the common people in the city of Jerusalem. What's going on? Who is this man? Why is he on trial? So we would like to invite any and all, just don't have to be Catholic, just curious about this ritual that has been at the foundation of our church for 2,000 years and fulfills an even more historic and ancient Passover ritual behind it. So the schedule is at the bottom as you've published, and
that's what's really beautiful is anybody that's not been around the Catholic Church is the symbolism, the metaphors, the smells and bells, we like to call it in the church, is very rich. And the tradition has been here for over 2,000 years. So with an American Pope, people have become more and more aware of the Catholic Church and might wonder, why do they do that? And you can come through the door and you might find out.
Yeah, awesome. So we've got Holy Thursday at 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
Good Friday at noon and 6:30. Holy Saturday at 8:30 p.m. and then Easter Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m.
Yeah. And each of those different days is a different part in this journey John was describing. So it's an interesting process for sure.
So I feel like you guys are burying the lead of the big story. You guys got a fish fry going on. And I haven't heard you talk about it once. Like, do you have tartar sauce? I don't want to be trivial here, but
Yes, the Knights of Columbus, which
home
is
in Western New York, like the fish fry was a big deal.
Yeah,
Fish Friday.
yeah. Well, the Knights of Columbus, is a service organization of the Catholic Church, and they did have a fish fry every Friday during Lent. And since Lent officially ends in the church, you might not know this, on Holy Thursday, they won't be having fish on Friday because, yeah, I know. Last Friday they did, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, you got plenty of other stuff going on to supplement that. So the more important stuff, stuff.
And we have, I mean, St. Mary's in Stevensville, they had a fish fry too, I think, going on. So we have 2 missions in the Valley and 2 Catholic churches in the Valley, from Florence to Darby. There is a Catholic presence for sure.
And you guys have what, like, tell us about the Darby one, because I'm not sure if a lot of people know that it's there.
Yeah. St. Philip Benizi is a mission in Darby. So right now, just our 2 missions, because we don't have, a ton of priests. We have a lot of
one.
Yes, I know, but we have many priests going through seminary right now. So I just want you to know that the church is growing. But so the 2 missions don't have masses there. They have it at their mother church, which is St. Francis and St. Mary's.
Yeah.
But the one in Darby, yes, we're going to have in May. We'll have a get together there for people who want to know more about the mission church with the chamber.
Yes, yep. We're going to be doing a South Valley Connections there in May.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, so we can help spread the word about the various things that you guys have going on for Holy Week.
Yeah.
And you guys will have to come back next time you guys have an event. Come to the show, and we'll see you in May.
All right. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. Awesome. So we had one more guest, but she didn't show up. I think she forgot. So we'll just talk about it. So it's the Sapphire Early Learning Center is having a pinwheel planting party on April 3rd. That would be, oh gosh, where am I at? Friday.
April 3rd. Let me look at the calendar real quick.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's Friday.
Friday. Yeah. Friday.
I just don't know. She didn't give me a time, but give her a call, or call the Sapphire Early Learning.
Let me Google it
to see the time, or just show up and be like, I want to plant a pinwheel, and see what they do for you. So we have that, and I think we went through all the chamber events.
Date April 3rd, 2026. Time 4 to 6 p.m. Location Sapphire Early Learning Center, in honor of Child Abuse Prevention Month in April. SELC will be hosting a planting party. Families in the community are welcome to come plant a pinwheel in the pinwheel garden and stay for hot dogs and hot cocoa. Well, what else more is there?
There you go. Hey, that was quick. Good job.
I know, right? As fast as the internet, fastest internet in the Valley.
Well, if you're not at the internet store and having fast internet, then that's...
Yeah, this kind of says something. So I'm glad we could represent,
That you could represent. Do you guys have anything else going on at Grizzly?
Well, there's the ribbon cutting this Thursday, and Dominic's not here, but I know he often likes to present a poem. And my grandmother, who was Catholic, would often, get us ready for school in the morning. And one of the poems that I'm going to share 2 poems with you. There was one that is, who has seen the wind, nor I, nor you, but when the leaves are rustling, the wind is passing through. And she would stop and tell me that when I was talking too much, to get me to listen to the wind. And then we'd often have a family pet, and that would just sort of scurry behind your feet. And she would say, I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of it is more than I can see. So there's... Not as good as Dominic. I didn't write it myself, but there you go. You got some poetry.
No, but you know what? The look on your face while you were talking about it and telling the poems says a lot. It definitely means a lot to you. I love that.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice whenever you can reconnect with a memory of someone who's very special with you. And Easter's coming up, so if you're Catholic, you can reconnect with that.
I do have a couple more events that I just remembered I had to pop up there for Jody. So real quick, we have the Tourism and Focus Luncheon on April 9th. You have to register for that one. So let me see if we still have that QR code.
Is that where the lady comes from, Glacier, the marketing expert?
I believe so. Yeah.
I remember the one lady that came down was like really helpful. I didn't understand what hashtags and were. It was kind of an education.
Well, if you want to go to it, scan that QR code and register. It's April 9th at 12 at City Hall. And then the other one we have right now is the Better Together Candidate Night, April 22nd, 5:30 to 7:30 at the fairgrounds. So those are our
Is it Republican, Democrat, or all of them?
All of them. We're joining with about 10 other businesses or nonprofits around the valley, and just having a big forum where the candidates can just talk and tell us,
Yeah.
16 candidates have confirmed, Jody says.
16 candidates. That's great, because I've been to events where it's one side or it's the other side. Having it open to the public and having the whole public come so that they can directly address their representatives, and that the constituency has a voice, you know, and can interact and let them know what their priorities are. That's always very important.
Yeah, and it is state and local representatives, so both. Yeah, both will be there. So come on the 22nd at 5:30 to 7:30 to the fairgrounds for that. And I think that is kind of it for us. And I really appreciate you popping on at the last minute and being there.
I appreciate you guys being willing to accommodate me for just being a big bag of ridiculousness, but it's always nice to be on the show.
We love having you on the show. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And we will see you next Tuesday, the 7th at 9 o'clock again. We have a great lineup. We're coming up, and we've got, again, the Bitterroot Valley Chamber of Commerce Ag and Agriculture Committee is sponsoring next month. So hopefully we'll be hearing from them as well. And until then, we will see you next week around the root.
Around the root.